What's up, family? And welcome back to UTL TV. And today I want to give y'all a breakdown on the Flintstones and how they were not only connected to the Freemasons and showed you this in numerous episodes, but how it's also connected to the Flint, Michigan water crisis. You feel me? Okay, let's get into the knowledge and history of all this. The Flintstones were created and consisted of the Flugerars or the Caucasians, whatever you want to call them, and they came over here to American soil to build and to work. If you pay attention, you will see them building homes, railroads, factories, etc. They ran around barefoot and ate basically whatever animal they caught. You might not have really noticed nothing wrong, but pay attention. The Flintstones were the personification of the caveman that had been led over here to this land by the Moors. The Moors are the black people who traded on us and devised a plan to use the Caucasian as the front man to a total takeover and invasion. A lot of our people are under the impression that the white man runs everything and that they are the reason for all of this, when in all actuality, that's a lie. You've been halfway informed. Study your history. The black Nubian race has been here millions of years, right? Scientifically proven. And the European race has only been around for like 6,000 years. So who taught who? Who enslaved who first? Everything the Moors did to them, they are doing to us 10 times worse. Y'all forgot we were warned not to go in the mountains tampering with Yakub's people. We went against galactic law or universal law, whichever one you want to call it. We interfered with the free will of the Caucasians by going into the caves, assaulting, kidnapping, raping, and selling these people all over the world. Some of the Moors even married some of the women they took. The Moors were like gods to these people, teaching them how to bathe, stand up straight, even creating religion to give them so that they develop morals and principles and universal laws. Because coming out of the cave, they were barbaric in nature because of what Yakub and the Pleiadians did to their DNA. But that's a whole nother story. If you follow my IG or TikTok, I've done videos on it. Anyway, after a while, these Moors even allowed these people to join the first 3 degrees of Freemasonry, so that they can become builders and craftsmen. Because it's like learning, basically like learning a trade and the knowledge of, you know what I'm saying? They just never allowed them higher degrees than the first 3 degrees. You feel me? Because once you pass the first 3 degrees, you get into ancient science and wisdom and the esoteric teachings. You know what I'm saying? Learning about the ethereal realms and whatnot, and really building spiritually and mentally. Fourth dimensional astral plane type knowledge. You know what I'm saying? Because the first 3 degrees in masonry is more on a physical level. Then you go up. You get it? Well, we'll get more into that, the cosmic knowledge, in later episodes. We're gonna keep it to the basics right now. And one more thing you must know is that Freemasonry is not originally evil. It was infiltrated and overran after a lot of the Moors turned on us, giving away the knowledge and the keys to certain Caucasian families. You know what I'm saying? These certain families they felt was ready. They even brought some of them here to America, dropping them off. And that's where you get the cartoons like the Flintstones. You know what I'm saying? That's where they come from. The Flintstones were the Caucasian families they taught the craft and brung over here to America to build and take over. They played us and continue to play us to this day, using the white man as the face or front man, when really the black man is still very much in control. Pay attention. Why do y'all think these popes and all this, they still secretly praise and worship these black Moors and the black Madonna and these, you know what I'm saying? Because these are the people who are really in control. That's why the people you think are in control are kissing the feet and bowing down to them. Think about it. It's been all a plot flip. Black people were never slaves. They may have caught a few prisoners of war, but we were never slaves who got shipped from Africa. We are the natives, the Indians, which I'm sure a lot of you know by now. So no need to dive all the way into that. You know what I'm saying? We pretty much, if you on this page, you pretty much know a little something. I don't need to take you all the way through. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, these dirty Moors who were in cahoots with Draconians, which are originally and mostly black, they were the first species here, even before our ancestors, even before the Anunnaki came down here. You know what I'm saying? These Moors were also in bed with another species called Pleiadians. I'm sure a lot of you know about by now, you know what I'm saying? Especially if you've been listening to Bobby Hemmett, Rashad Jamal, the Young Elder, you know what I'm saying? They speak a lot on these extraterrestrial races. But anyway, a lot of these species played a part in the takeover of the Caucasian race so that they can rule from behind closed doors. You feel what I'm saying? But back to the story. These Moors taught them the secrets of masonry. They began to study science, alchemy, chemistry, magic, etc. And in the cartoon, they created their own branch of Freemason called the Order of the Water Buffalo that you will see all of them going to this lodge in the cartoon. They even had a grand poobah, basically a grand master at the lodge. You know what I'm saying? Just like in the real lodge. You can even see in some episodes, Wilma and Betty even went and joined the lodge under the Eastern Star Doctrine, basically like female mate. And this was the same order who led the invasion attack by poisoning the water supply and killing the buffalo so that the natives who lived on the land would starve and be forced to move. And they succeeded, killing over like 1.5 million water buffalo and poisoning the water supply, causing natives to migrate further north. And what's crazy, they put most of this in a cartoon right in our faces. You feel me? Placing the truth into our subconscious, because remember, they have to tell us what they did and what they plan to do in order not to break universal law and receive the karma. You feel me? That's why they put truth in shows and movies. It's a sick mind game, spiritual warfare. And another connection I made is the Flint, Michigan water crisis. You know what I'm saying? It's no coincidence the Flintstone cartoon symbolized Freemasons who were under this society called the Order of the Water Buffalo. They came over under a secret order to poison water and poison the animals to cause gentrification. And now, hundreds of years later, you have a city called Flint where the water has been poisoned. You know what I'm saying? And it's causing gentrification. You feel me? I'm from Flint, Michigan, born and raised, and I've seen it firsthand. People getting sick and having to move from their homes because of the water, which is still not fixed. But yet they can send billions to help Ukraine. Like I said, it's sick. They've been targeting us for decades, for centuries, and they continue to target us on a daily basis, and yet we still want to hunt down each other. If that's not a magic spell, I don't know what is for real. And as I sit back and watch this cartoon, I'm thinking like, dang, man, like they really put this in our face. We just didn't possess the knowledge at the time. You feel me? Like they wearing the fezzes, like the Moors wore. You know what I'm saying? They got the moon and the crescent on the hats. You know what I'm saying? Like they showing us everything in this cartoon. And all it took for us to do is a little research to put all this together. There's no such thing as no coincidence. You feel me? Like it's right in our faces. And it literally like made the hairs on the back of my neck stand up. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, dang, this cartoon is showing us these Caucasians who came over here under a secret society called the Order of the Water Buffalo. They came over here, killed off all of the water buffalo, and then poisoned the water so that the natives can move and they can steal the land. And then you have hundreds of years later, in a city called Flint, Michigan, the water gets poisoned. Like, are you serious? So that it can cause gentrification once again within the black community. It's sick, man. It's a twisted game. You know what I'm saying? That's why you have to study history in order to know where we're going. Because if you don't know where we've been, you're not gonna know where we're going. That's why I'm on here speaking out. That's why I'm pushing this. You know what I'm saying? It's imperative that we learn this stuff, y'all. And another wild coincidence I seen that further let me know I was on the right track was the little green alien named Gazoo who was helping Fred and Barney the whole time. Gazoo had come to Earth after being exiled from his own planet for creating doomsday devices. Fred and Barney found him after his saucer crash. You know what I'm saying? Gazoo is the symbolization of the evil extraterrestrials that was sent here to help the Caucasian race advance. You know what I'm saying? You notice that all Gazoo was trying to do the whole time is help them. And every time they screwed up the plan, he called their ass dum-dums. You know what I'm saying? They was dumb. He was highly advanced being, very highly advanced. He could materialize objects, teleport, freeze time, time travel, de-age anyone. And notice in the cartoon, no one could see him. No one could see Gazoo but Fred, Barney, animals, and little kids. Definitely sound like a spirit entity or alien to me. Oh, and another thing, Gazoo only appeared in 13 episodes. We know they love the number 13. Do your research. And another thing, the woman that created the character Gazoo, her name is Joanne Lee. And her original description of Gazoo was saying he was a description of ritual magic, vicissitudes, and dreary reality. Like, what? Ritual magic and vicissitudes. Like, what are you? It's just crazy. You feel me? But that's all for today, man. I see a lot of y'all asking for the young doll. A lot of y'all asking for the NBA young boy breakdown. We gonna get into a lot of that, man. We dropping every other day, man. I'm gonna try to get it, keep pushing, keep pushing. Make sure y'all hitting that like button. Make sure y'all hitting that subscribe, man. Make sure y'all following me on IG and on TikTok, man. Deuce.